Sup, everybody. Crazy day. Crazy day. Welcome to the Maj Toure Show. I am Maj Toure, the host. Y'all know the routine. Come through, say where you're from, share the information. We got a tragic show today. We're kind of going to be all over the place. Charlie Kirk assassinated, media chaos, racial tensions. This shit is all over the place today. Come in, hit the like button. Let me know where you're from. Y'all know the routine. If you're watching on X, hit the repost button. I'm disappointed. I am disgusted. I am cautious. I am disagreeing. I am objective. And I still have to be honest with you all. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Carl, over there in Maryville, Indiana? Mahagan, what's up? Mad Boy from Michigan. What's up, y'all? Victory from over there in New Mexico. Reed says, it's Maj, it's so nice to hear you speak about this after listening to MSM all day. Over in Charlotte. Aziza, what's up? Hey, y'all, if you're watching on X, please hit that repost button. Charlie Kirk assassinated, media chaos, racial tension. It's like we can't get a fucking break this week, y'all. I mean, damn. I try to make the show. Solutionary is going to be mad at me. I ain't get my whole half a gallon yet, and it's 8 o'clock. I've been working today, y'all. E-Dot, what's up? Fitz, what's up? Guys, y'all know the routine. Support the work. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Before we start, before we get into it, because we're going to go all over the place. Guys, if you don't understand the importance of stop the bleed, of understanding imminent threat, of like, if you don't, after this week, if you don't start to utilize your network, if you don't start to take advantage of the resources that we have around for you, if you don't see the importance of this shit after something like this may be, regardless of how you feel about Charlie Kirk. I had a very brief relationship with Charlie Kirk and it ended. I didn't like a lot of his rhetoric, but I don't care what your relationship with Charlie Kirk is. There's a few things that I want to say to this. One, after this shooting, and not saying that if he would have had an IFAC that he would have lived, but if you don't understand the importance of understanding imminent threat, you're a fucking moron. If you don't understand the importance of stop the bleed training, you're a fucking moron. Okay? If you don't understand why I've been telling everybody this whole time saying, yo, we need to chill on the rhetoric. We need to be objective. We don't need the pendulum to keep swinging because pendulums get momentum more and more. So tonight we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the contradictions on the right. We're going to talk about the contradictions currently on the left. People are cheering somebody getting murdered in front of his fucking wife and children. And even though I push back against the Charlie Kirk's rhetoric at certain points, I'm not doing that, man. We are too principled, and you cannot allow your disdain for people to make it rob you of your compassion. But we're going to discuss all of that tonight. And we're going to be all over the place. We're going to be all over the place. Let's get the likes up, y'all. I'm going to find the first thing that we're going to talk about because it's a lot. And I want to get all of the homework out the way first. I want us to get the veggies first before we start really, really delving into this. And I want to get right to it. If you are a woman, this is on the tail end of the situation with the young lady that was the Ukrainian immigrant that was stabbed to death by that fucking weirdo. This guy, that situation. Okay. This looks, okay. These things happen. These people are dead. Okay. First, let's deal with the importance of what needs to happen. Calm the fuck down. I don't even need you to slam on the brakes yet, everybody. America. I don't even need you to slam on the brakes yet. I need you to just let off the fucking gas first. I don't want you to be going 80 miles per hour and slam on the brakes. I just want you to let off the gas first. Okay? What needs to happen first and foremost, we need to make calls to action. First, action. Hodo Zoe with the repost. Everybody on X repost this. First call to action, number one. Every single body should be helping us fundraise. I want every single woman that may not have taken the class yet. I want every single man or woman. We are earmarking $2,500 of our next fundraising from our building fund. Any woman that wants to take the Understanding Imminent Threat class for free, shoot me a DM. You men, everybody that's going to watch today, more specifically the men, y'all can call me sexist if you want to. Men, because we're going from this Ukrainian young lady's death all the way into Charlie Kirk. Okay? Banks with the repost. Thank you. You men, I want y'all all to donate at givesendgo.com/solutionary. Women, I want every single woman on my stream in the chat tonight. I want you to take advantage of this fucking class. And men, I want you to fucking pay it forward. If you're paying it forward for somebody in your life, when you comment, when you donate, say, yo, Maj, let me get that link. I'm paying it for my wife. I'm paying for my such and such. Whatever. Send me their email. Say whatever. The first thing we have to do is what helps solve some of these things, because this is the conversation. We haven't even gotten to Charlie Kirk yet. This is like damn near back to back. This reminds me of one summer a few years ago when it seemed like the police was like shooting an unarmed American like every fucking before every couple of days. So that's the first bit of homework. I want everybody to be on point with that. Then next, donate to the work, not my house, okay? That's one. If you don't see the importance of this type of training at this point and paying attention, and again, situational awareness, there's no way on earth. Again, for those of you that's tapping and hit the like button, share all over the place if you're watching on X, Rumble, wherever you're watching from. Comment, everybody hit the like button. This is a gun-free zone. Charlie Kirk was murdered. He was. This gun-free zone where nobody's supposed to have a gun. Nobody thought to think about maybe somebody will be 200 yards away on the roof. And for those of you that don't shoot, it might sound like 200 yards is a whole lot. But when you're talking about rounds, it's not. It's not. It's not far. 2 football fields ain't that far. Okay? When you talk about the speed of a rifle round and all of this other, we're going to go into all of this. Him speaking to somebody saying that he believes that if he turns against the government of Israel, they'll kill him like a month ago. It's a lot going on. But the only importance for us that are alive right now is to make sure we can learn from this and make sure that we're trying to get our people as in position and seriously healthy as possible, seriously informed and paying attention as possible. Okay? Now, obviously, you guys have saw the post. You guys have saw the shooting. And this is the shooter here. This is the initial alleged shooter. And this guy, since then, has been released. This is a guy that it was alleged that this guy was the shooter. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, get the fuck out of here. The guy's not a fucking shooter. This guy was released. And he wound up getting taken into custody. Everything about this scenario looks fucking wrong. Tonight, we're going to go down the fucking conspiracy theory rabbit hole just a bit. The only thing that ain't a theory is Charlie Kirk has been killed in front of his wife and children. And if you can't have a certain modicum of truth and respect for that, I didn't like Charlie Kirk's rhetoric, but I don't do that shit. We have a principle. But when I saw this right here, the first thing I went was, this goober-ass police officer, all of them state troopers, this looks way too... If the shots came from up, how are they taking this guy away? Like, come on. But let's look. This guy's yelling, shoot me, shoot me.
Shoot me! Shoot me!
Was that you?
We don't know if it's him or not.
Cop says we don't know if it's him or not. This looked super weird and lame to me.
Hey, let him in!
So this guy gets taken. He's dragged. They didn't know if that was him. They let this guy go. Okay? Let's go a little bit more. Now, this was from 5 hours ago. Charlie Kirk had this rhetoric to say. I don't want to go into Charlie Kirk's rhetoric. I want to speed past this. I want to do a hodgepodge mix today of the level of crazy and all over the place we are in as America right now. The level of fuckery from the left, and I'm not talking about like pundits. I'm talking about just random ass people. And I want to show y'all how stupid this shit gets, okay? This lady said, and I saw this from whatever, and this goes back, because again, guys, we're going to be jumping all over the place tonight, okay? Repost the stream. Nathan, thank you for that repost. People talking about situational awareness like it's perfectly normal to sit down in a train and spend the entire ride assessing angles of attack rather than reading a book or checking your messages. Fuck yeah. It is. Fuck yeah, it is. So now we're talking about situational awareness as it relates to when I go to this place, I look around at roofs. If I'm at an outdoor event, I look in windows, I look in situations because I understand how fucking snipers do. Somebody could be sitting behind glass. For those of you that don't know, when you set up, you're behind a scope. That's called sitting behind glass. You might be sitting behind glass for an hour or two. That's a low end before you guys shoot whoever you fucking shooting. We still don't have any answers as it relates to the Las Vegas shooting in Paddock and however long ago. So, fuck yeah, I pay attention to situations. Okay? I pay attention to situations. It is normal. And if you are not normalizing situational awareness, you are lunch meat. You are lunch meat. There's no other way to say it. But I'm going to go through all of these different things. Breaking, the alleged shooter. Now, I want to say alleged to all of these things because this is the guy that we just saw being, arrested. Now, this guy looks completely different. Maybe that's an old photo, he's gained weight, who knows, okay? Alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk has been identified as activist Michael Mallinson, a Toronto resident as of 2023, okay? As in 2013, George Hodgson Zinn was charged with making a terroristic threat after sending the email offering to help place bombs near the finish line of the Salt Lake City Marathon. Zinn has been arrested and charged numerous times over the decades in Utah, mostly for misdemeanor crimes such as trespassing. Let me be very clear with y'all. This is all preliminary information. Just like the reason why I'm tying this thing with the young lady from Ukraine that was killed, just like right in the media concept. 48 hours. You evaluate information, you let it show what it is, but you don't go start offering public statements. That video that I posted today of the further context that, yes, Charlie Kirk and others explained that, or was saying that, oh, the person that killed that girl, all of those other people on the train, they were racist. They let her die. Nobody helped her. There was more context to that video, and I believe that they had that context, but they didn't put it out. They said that there was pundits saying, or people on X saying, look, the black guy that's ain't helping her. He's stealing out of her pocket. I posted a video today giving a breakdown that one dude took his shirt off, tried to stop the bleed on the young lady. Somebody else, black, white, America showed up and tried to help the young lady, and unfortunately she died. Jumping out there with the rhetoric that is adding to the fuels of the flames. And I am not blaming Charlie Kirk for his own death. I do not victim blame at all. I communicate about things and why when some people bring certain shit to me, I just don't say nothing. If you're dealing with legal shit, I just don't say nothing. I just keep working because I don't want to add to the flames. Okay? And so some of this rhetoric that has happened, like people saying, you must think it's this, you da-da-da. There are psychopaths, and you do not know everybody's ethos. I keep telling y'all that as it relates to conflict resolution and de-escalation. This is not just in physical proximity. That's one part. I might say aggressive things, but y'all know every time I communicate, I try to give some nuance and some objectivity in the middle of it. To my control, we cannot become what we dislike. So when I see people on the left jumping out there, clapping, celebrating the death of someone in front of their wife and children. I'm skeptical, and I think it's filthy. So going back to this guy, the police have determined that a person who was taken into custody after the shooting was not actually the shooter, according to Scott Trotter, a university spokesman. The university had earlier said a suspect was in custody. Let's keep moving. Our guy, Wayne Dupree. If you guys do not follow Wayne Dupree, you definitely should. Wayne Dupree has been at the head of conservative media from his own website and his own platform. He had a website before the NRA had a website. So you should definitely follow Wayne Dupree. Update. No suspect is in custody after the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk, leaving key questions unanswered. Now, mind you, this is after the media has said, yeah, this person has been taken into custody. Fall back. Everything that we talk about on the Maj 2 ratio for solutionaries is talking about how we can utilize these things to implement and strengthen ourselves. Before you start jumping out there with fucking Twitter fingers, stop and assess. Stop and assess. Because all of this just jumping out there shit, it ain't the wave. It ain't the wave at all. A part of the reason why some of these things happen is because we jump out there with this rhetoric. We play ourselves. We upset people that have an ethos that's about serious violence. When I'm outside, I don't be arguing with people. Not because I can't fight, not because I won't put rounds in you. I would prefer not to. I would prefer not to. Me personally. I would prefer not to. And I want y'all to have that same thought process as it relates to this. And these folks on social media, we're giving you an example of within a few hours, the story done went different ways. Now it's back to Kash Patel, and I got that up here, saying, yes, this person has been taken into custody. Okay? Now, just got sent this video from UVU. This video is hours before the event. When we're talking about situational awareness, and if most of these people are see something, say something ass type, this is something to fucking say something about. Let's hit play. Let's listen.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying.
You just saying, but you didn't say. You just saying, but you didn't say. Bookworm says all this is making me just want to stay in the house. Okay, let me address that real quick. There's two things to that. One, everybody should be in the house. They should be in the house with their family. They should be in the house with their loved ones. They should be focusing on the things they're focusing on. And I'm not just saying that out of fear. Let me be very clear. I'm going to add to this. I'm not saying we should just be in the house because we're afraid. I'm saying a lot of us are not in the positions. I keep telling y'all to join the Solutionary University, Solutionary 9. If you're getting the things that you got to get done in your day and chasing your passion, chasing your goal for your family, making a better way for your family, a lot of outside time don't need to be fucking happening. That's just keeping it real. We outside playing because a lot of us don't like our home, don't like our life. We outside doing things, and I'm not saying Bookworm is saying this. I'm just saying this in general. We're outside because we are escaping and trying to drift away from the reality of our life. We need to make a life, work very hard, commit to 1 year. Commit to 1 year of doing the Solutionary 9 or whatever you want to do to improve your financial faith, fitness, whatever, goals for yourself and your family. So all of that outside shit should be limited, in my opinion. When I started tapping in, I started becoming more powerful. So that's one. Now, I am not saying we should not go outside because of fear. We're not going to let these fucking weirdos. I am of the belief that this shit is orchestrated. That does not mean that I'm saying, oh, it's a fake news. He got a blood patch and he's not really dead. I'm not doing the thing that people said about Trump in his ear. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. But I also know that government has blown up buildings. Government has gotten caught trying to assassinate presidents, da 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 da. I know that. So I'm not separating the possibility for that. I don't trust the fucking government. But going back to this video, this is hours before the event.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there?
When I say this is the reason why situational awareness is important, this is the reason why we're fundraising to try to get y'all to fucking take these classes. The classes, man, come on, y'all. This ain't about me getting rich off selling y'all classes. Stop it. Cut it the fuck out. There's some of you that have actually been to the classes and seen for years. I've been dedicated and committed to this shit, and people getting important life-saving information for a very long time. But I'm telling you, as somebody that has witnessed fucked up trauma, most people, aren't fucking prepared for it, as we saw as on the people on the light rail down in Charlotte. They didn't even know what the fuck just happened. And most people, if we watch this video, when he was hit, there's a young lady that saw that and she immediately went into Condition Black. If you don't know what Condition Black is, you need to take the class. If you see somebody on the roof at an event with Charlie Kirk or Kamala Harris, or I don't care, go get law enforcement and say, hey, is that one of you guys up on the roof? Because it could be. It could be not. It's one of our guys. And this person that filmed this video, and then a few hours later, somebody's life was taken, they didn't have a solid understanding of what the fuck understanding situational awareness means. If it's nothing, it's nothing. It's nothing. But if it's something, it's something. Let's scroll on some more, y'all. This is all over the place. And this is the direction that what they're going to try to push. And this is why I can never take my tinfoil hat completely off. Because they've already put the hooks into the general public. So they're going to say this as one of the first things. They're going to say stuff like this.
Speaking live right now, let's watch.
I think on a broader scale, do you think it can kind of cause an uproar or anything?
Well, from what I'm hearing, if it's true, the guy who got shot, he was a pretty big influence in whatever was going, like their agenda, right? So I don't know. I hope it all like gets figured out, and I really don't want this to happen again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. From what I heard, it was a sniper from a long ways away. So I don't know. I think the focus of this should probably be on probably some sort of gun control or something like that, so that things like this can't happen again.
The school is a gun-free zone. She doesn't know this, and this is what I'm saying. They go, and this is a part of the reason that I always had pushback with Charlie's approach. I'm going to a college university to not improve and strengthen people. I'm going there for the clicks. I'm going there to throw out the hats. If it's a right-leaning school, I'll throw out hats to the kids and the t-shirts to the children, because that's what they are, young people that agree with me. I'll argue with the students that disagree with me. I think that's low-hanging fruit. I see Myron Gaines doing it now. I'm not going somewhere to argue with y'all. I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't have time for it. I definitely don't argue with people that need attention more than logic. I'm not into it. People have called me every name in the book. I generally, they call me a slur, we'll turn it into some bigot bucks. We'll put it towards the word. But I've been falsely accused. I've been this, I've been that. No thanks. Okay? So I don't do the like arguing with college students thing. My point in saying this is this. They go and ask these kids they don't come off like they're the sharpest knives in the drawer. They just don't. Okay? So they asked them about this, and this kid says, well, I think there needs to be some sort of gun control. College campuses are already gun-free zones. And ironically, that's a major part of why somebody could just stroll into a place, go on the roof, and just shoot somebody. Because no one's expecting that there might be, they think the book bag is a guitar or guitar string or a flute. And they just walking up on the roof. Now, again, that's before we get into the conspiracy theory nature, the tinfoil hat energy. But he's saying maybe we can get some more gun control and so these types of things won't happen. That is the most airhead statement in the world when you look at the fact that this was on a gun-free zone. Maybe if they would have took security more seriously and you're going there and this person is a polarizing figure, maybe, just maybe, they would have swept the roofs. These were only 200 yards out. Again, I know some of y'all that don't shoot long distance think that 200 yards is a far way out. It is not. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. Okay? There's a building right there. It's 2 football fields. Okay? Bookworm says debate can influence people sometimes. I'm not sure a high percentage, but it can have power to change people's mind. I don't agree with that. Debate, and usually in this type of setting, just further entrenches both parties in their thing. They just be like, yeah, I own that guy. Both sides and the people that agree with him just become further entrenched in an antagonistic way. There's a difference between civil discourse with someone to, I want to understand what you're saying, and you want to understand what I'm saying. That, you take a argument or a position and you share your position with, but it takes the mind of a person to do that smoothly. So I don't agree that debate in this format, but media goes and asks young goofy people and they go, gun control would solve this. No, it doesn't. Ironically, I contend that gun control actually created this. Created it. This is Carlin, who posted about this being the guy, but since then, obviously, you guys know. This is the shooter, the roof again. Now, this is on the roof itself. I want to show y'all this. On the roof itself, if you look very, very closely, there's a guy right after the shots ring and guy goes down, or one shot goes, and everybody in the crowd starts ducking. There seems to be a guy running away from the roof, like he packed up the rifle and dipped out. Let's check it out. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it. Right here. That's not a chimney. It's not a chimney. Right where the mouse is. That little blip right there. This being, entity, stood up and goes this way. Right here. Let's play it again. See it? That argument of this person gets up, walks away, and then the other people are over there, diversion, diversion, diversion. That's standard. That's SOP. Okay? Now, before we move forward, guys, support the work. There's 945 of you already, and it's been less than a half hour. There's a gang of you watching on X. I want everybody to, we're trying to raise $2,500. Those $2,500 is going to pay for any woman that wants to take the Understanding Imminent Threat class, because none of these students knew what the fuck to do. They ducked, they ran. Nobody listened. Nobody paid attention where the shots were coming from. This is another reason why when we hear people in schools tell people run, duck, and hide, like that's their standard, that's wrong, because you don't know which way to run from. Because in concrete walls, sound travels and bounces. You might be running towards the motherfucking shooter. So my point in saying this, guys, is support the work. Take a minute. If you got to tap out for a quick second and go donate, givesendgo.com/solutionary. If 100 of you watching donate $25, that's $2,500, and every single woman, I want every single woman that has not taken an Understanding Imminent Threat class, I want you to shoot me a DM on X, on YouTube, comment, wherever. I want you to shoot me a DM and say, Maj, I want to take the class. Okay? Men, more specifically, 100 men out of almost 1,000, 100 men donate $25. We can do the math. Yes, that is going to come out of our budget for buying the building. I don't care. I want every single woman to take the Understanding Imminent Threat class. If you want to donate at the $100 level, we need 500 and I think 13 donors at the $100 level, and we done fundraising. Support the work. I'm going to keep repeating this the entire time. I would prefer you all donate at the $100 level. Everybody that donates at $100, you get access to Solutionary University, the private community, the shooting drills, the workout routines, the meal plans, all of that stuff. When you donate at whatever at the $100 level or more, if you want to pay it forward, yo, Maj, I'm donating $100. I'll still pay it forward to some women to take the class while you still get access to Solutionary University. The price of Solutionary University is going up to $999 January 1st. By the way, everybody that donates now, it is a one-time $99 fee. You have access to all of the classes in the future. Donate and help the people. This ain't just about the Charlie Kirk shooting. We're dealing with racial tensions and media fucking all over the goddamn place. Anonymous just donated $50. Thank you, Anonymous. Tripping Ain't Easy with the $10 super chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to our brother Tripping Ain't Easy TV. He says this is going to put the culture war agenda on steroids. This was a top level hit. It was. Let me tell y'all something about long distance shooting. When I'm trying to shoot somebody, not me, anybody, I'll split the difference between their head and their torso. If I get a clean neck shot, because that's what I want, and it goes through, got him. Sever that artery, you would have to damn near have a few liters of your own blood sitting right next to you and a team to stop the bleed and to get you in a truck and start getting that blood in your system as your life liquid oozes out. If you don't have them fucking things available, if I split the difference between your head and your center mass from 200 yards out, and if I go neck, instead of trying to go for the headshot, because headshots is cranium. It's harder than meat and all of this shit in here, right? Or like Trump and Erie Butler, PA, if you turn the other way, it's a little bit different. But if I, on a long distance tip, split the difference between your fucking head and your chest and your neck, and I get a clear shot, we got him. We got him. Bobby said, at first, I thought a left-handed shooter aiming for the head with a pistol. Nah, to me, when I heard the sound from two different angles, I first heard it from long distance, and I thought he hit him center mass because I had an angle from on the roof because there were other people over there, which is weird to me because how come they couldn't see nobody over there next to him? See, this is what we're talking about, situational awareness. Okay? So to me, initially when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's definitely long distance, right? And then the camera person that was looking at heard the shot and then inadvertently turned his phone that way. He heard where the shot came from. But when it got closer, when I saw the close-up footage, I said, oh, 1,000%. 1,000% long distance. Because if it was a pistol, everybody from close range, every single body, as soon as the shooter would have raised the firearm, presented the pistol, everybody would have yelled. But I think that long distance shooter, and that's a tactic. That's from me hanging out with long distance shooters years ago. So I'm going to split the difference between the head and the chest. If I get the neck, we got him. So my tinfoil hat is not fucking going off. Especially when Utah Police Department, and I don't trust Kash Patel, saying, yeah, we got suspect in custody. Y'all said y'all had two suspects in custody. Okay? Y'all said y'all had two in custody. Dre, I think that's you, Dre. Dre just dropped $25. Guys, we need, how many we say? 100. 100 more, 99 more folks. So $50, so minus 3. 97 more folks at the $25 level. Ladies, if you are watching, if you want to take this class, the men and everybody that's donating right now is donating. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. And listen, guys, I'm not picking on the guys. Guys, if you really, really messed up and you need to take the class for free, just shoot me a DM. I'm not knocking nobody, but I want, because we're talking about the woman situation, with the young lady in Charlotte that was stabbed. Because this Charlie Kirk thing obviously just happened right now, but that's what the topic was going to be, you know, until this happened. We have to take this shit seriously. Imagine if every single person, like the person that was in the video that said, hey, I think there's somebody on the roof. Imagine if that person that took our Understanding Imminent Threat course, they wouldn't have just, that person's going to have to sit with that for the rest of their fucking life. I think I saw the shooter that killed this dude. Okay? And I didn't say anything. Imagine if he would have taken the Understanding, not even ours, just a long distance shooting class, an Understanding Imminent Threat class, anything. He might have said, hey, hey, law enforcement, who? That's one of you guys? Because that's what I would have said. Yo, that's your people? Because if you guys notice, there's law enforcement, but they don't always be on the ground 2 hours before an event. Law enforcement make themselves known. They got a spotter and they got a shooter on the roof. And usually one of them's fucking standing up with all of the cop outfit on. But if you don't train, if you don't pay attention, if you don't understand imminent threats, situational awareness, you don't know that. Dre says, who, if not us? 1,000%. Appreciate you, Dre. So we need 97 more of you out of the over 1,000 people watching to support. Let's look at this. Let's go forward again, though, guys. Again, we are going to see this person running through the roof. Let's play this back one more time. I don't know if y'all can see this on your screen. I'm going to pause it when it gets there. Right here. Right here, this person gets up after the shots fired and starts walking away. Everything needs to be paid attention to. Everything. If you're one of these people that's just thinking, well, it could never happen to me, you're okay. This, as much as I disagree with Charlie, I think Charlie was a bigot. I think Charlie spoke about, and I'm not one of them people, I'm not saying this out of disrespect. And I'm also not one of them people that's going to say, you know, all of these nice, loving things for somebody just because they're dead. No, I think Charlie produced rhetoric and talking points that had nothing to do with the advancement of unifying Americans, period. I've said that to him. I've said that to him. Point blank with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. I've said that. I've said that. We've went back and forth on Twitter. I've communicated this. This ain't no new shit. Charlie Kirk did not deserve this. And his children and his family did not deserve this. But if we have a class of humans that isn't thinking about liberty, thinking about family, thinking about protection, thinking about limiting government, thinking about training, thinking about legacy, thinking about respect for life, aren't solutionaries, basically. We get this disgusting outcome of no like structure and organized thought. We get a pool of people, because I'm not taking out the fact that this could not be the Israeli government. I'm gonna scroll some stuff for y'all today. Somebody said, hey, a month ago, Charlie Kirk told me, I'm not going to name no names, but said he thinks Israel will kill him if he starts speaking out against some of what the Israeli government is doing. It's not me making this up. I just don't got a fucking short-ass attention span. I got maybe some short-term memory loss issues, but I don't forget shit from after a while. Okay? So we talking about this. KP with the $25. Appreciate you, KP. We need 96 more people at the $25 level. This $2,500 that we're going to raise is for any woman and man. Men, if you really, really downtrodden, just shoot me a DM. It will be private. This ain't the time to let your ego lead. Okay? But I'm trying to target the women first. I want the men to support the women. All of this is connected, man. Okay? So I'm saying this to say, if we're not paying attention and we're not creating the type of well-rounded, grounded, holistically in position people, we get more of this type. We get the type of person that would be involved in the United States government or any type of government that would say, well, that's just my operation. I'm supposed to shoot this person that's not shooting people. We are society. Why y'all think I keep saying what I'm saying? Embers of Wisdom says, how do you donate? GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. A bookworm. Throw it in the chat, and I'm going to put it up in the chat. Embers, give it 2 seconds. if we are not cultivating and creating the type of society based on balanced understanding, respect for life, solutionaries. That's why I keep saying this. Civics, health and fitness, getting off the drugs and alcohol, getting off of some things that are not good for you. And that includes big pharma, watching your diet, drinking water. Okay? When we're talking about all of these things, we're talking about property rights. We're talking about liberty. We're talking about limiting the government. When people got more of their money in the government, not in their fucking pocket, people are more peaceful. If those people are more peaceful and got a little bit more, they might not be fighting each other, creating crime, relying on government, chaos. We are society. That's the link right there, y'all. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. We need 97 or 96 more people to donate $25 throughout tonight's show. Okay? That's fucked up. I can't highlight that. That's fucked up. Well, you know me. That's fucked up. We ain't doing that. Delta Echo says, you might disagree with him, but Charlie wasn't a hateful person. I think Bigot is too heavy-handed. I don't. Okay, let's say it this way. You know what? I'll go with that. Charlie's rhetoric was divisive and race-based and consistently painted the vast majority of black people as fucking thugs, and that's not true. And I've told him that when he was alive. Myself have told him that. I've communicated the same thing with Dr. Daryl Scott on Dr. Daryl Scott's show about that. Dr. Daryl Scott has had the same position about Charlie. I've seen Charlie in real time in D.C. at parties, Turning Point parties and CPAC and all that. I've seen him handle people wrong. I'm not going to pretend like that wasn't the case because he's now deceased. I'm going to show him respect, but I'm going to tell the truth. And I also am going to double down and say that does not justify what the fuck whoever did to him did to him. It doesn't. It doesn't. In no way, shape, or form. We cannot be the things that we're despising. We are solutionaries. We are cultivating the type of culture that we want our children and grandchildren to be a part of and grow up in. This is not it, but this is a reflection of us. Drugs, sugar, horrible diet, negative media, constant bombardment, chaos, media, even on the right. Some of this is chickens coming home to roost. I'm sorry if that sounds offensive. It's not my intent. When you had yesterday, we went through all of these so-called people on the right. Crazy. Some of them bots, most of them bots. Okay? But they jumping out there talking about, oh, all of the blacks is monkeys, is this and that. And I know white conservatives that I would go to fight in wars with, that would fight toe-to-toe with me. Miss me with the dumb shit. Charles said, what's better for the movement? Super chat or Give Send Go? Do it all to Give Send Go. I want it transparent, and I want you all to see. Give Send Go. Everybody do it at Give Send Go. For tonight. If you want to do the super chat, you can. But I want to show we did something tonight. It's 1,000 people in the chat. 1,000 people. Think about that, y'all. Think about this. If the whole 1,000 of you gave $25, we would have $25,000 in one night. It ain't about the $100. It ain't about the amount of money. It's about us working together to help create and support the people that are helping to create the type of culture that limits this type of stupid shit. The type of person and community that says, I disagree with Charlie Kirk, but I want every single pundit person that I would vehemently disagree with. I want them utilizing all of their resources to find out what fucking scumbag, tyrant, fucking animal did this to him. Period. I want the Matt Walshes, who I think is a clown. I want all of them to use their resources to find out. I want them to link up with President Trump if they can. I want them to find out who fucking did this because it's not right. That's because I would want a Charlie Kirk or a Matt Walsh or all of them to do the same for me. And I don't care if they would or they would not. We set the precedent. We are solutionaries. We are more objective than anybody else. We're not fully the right, fully the left. We are balanced, free-thinking, independent minds that say this is right and this is wrong, and we limit government and we strengthen our countrymen and our countrywomen. That's who we are. That's who we are. That's who we have to be. And I know you're gonna, man, if you happen to be white right now and how the media been busting y'all ass, pause, for the last couple of years, especially if you're a straight white male, I get it. I understand the need to go, fuck it, man. But I promise you, it's not most humans that's on that. It's media with bullhorns. If you happen to be African American, anything in between, white, black, whatever, it's easy to see Elon falling victim to the same stupid shit and rhetoric. I know. You hear that and you go, there's no way these conservatives, libertarians. I heard a motherfucker from New Hampshire say XYZ about black people. I promise you that's not most people. Hug and understand your neighbor. And if you're a shitbag, you're a shitbag. That's it. Collectivist, and it's interesting because you would hear Elon and these dudes saying this. The hive mind, so-called woke mind virus. It's adapting and leeching onto everybody that does not have a strong fucking mind stuck with purpose. It's easy to get caught up in the same rhetoric. It's easy. It does not help. It creates more of this. And I'm not saying that because I'm clapping for Charlie's death. I'm saying that because, man, there's power in that fucking tongue. And you don't know these crazy fucking people's ethos. Man, somebody step on my foot somewhere. I say this in all of my classes. Somebody step on my motherfucking foot. I'm apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry, brother. I might got a cannon on me. Probably. Oh, my bad, brother. I put my foot under your foot. Excuse me. You don't know these people's ethos. And that's if we're under the assumption that this was a couple of people or a lone shooter that shot him and killed him, not a bigger nefarious plot. But let's play this real quick, y'all. This is what we cannot turn into. This is what we cannot be. This is what we cannot allow. Yes, this dude happens to be black. Yes, this dude's got locks like me. This dude is a fucking clown. He has no intellect. Let's play what he said first. Guys, GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Let's try to get 94. I think we at 94. Somebody keep count for me. 94 more $25 donors. We're trying to get 100 donors at the $25 level. That $2,500 will go to, you can give more than that if you can, but we're trying to get everybody to give a minimum of $25. All right? We want women that need this Understanding Imminent Threat course, that want to take it for free. You guys are paying forward for that. All right? Let's play this real quick and move forward.
Hello, Internet. I regret to inform you that Charlie Kirk, co-founder of Turning Point USA, was shot in the neck while speaking at an event at Utah Valley University. Please join me in this moment of silence. Hello, Internet.
If you are of any background, and if you are on that type of time, you are not my fucking tribe. Brian just gave 100. We now need 90. I'm gonna say 90 because I thought it was 94. 90 more donors at the $25 level. Ogun Garvey says, no need to spread his video, dog. No, that's not true. I ain't spreading his video. He's spreading his video. I'm making an example of who we should not be. You come to the Maj Toure show for teachable moments. How dare I say, the shooting of Charlie Kirk is on my Instagram page. It's on my Twitter. When Dr. Martin Luther King, who I know some of y'all gonna be like, he was a commie. I get it. I understand. We're talking about tactics, though. When Dr. Martin Luther King said, at the advent of television, we need to make sure that most Americans see what some Americans are doing to us black folk. Show it on television. And that's what happened. Same thing what happened with the Vietnam War. Show it on television. And the people of America said, nah, man, I don't want to do that, man. The Vietnam, that's why they stopped showing you war footage on the news after the Vietnam War, because they couldn't get the money the same way off of war the same way, because too many Americans were exposed to it and was like, absolutely not. I'm not sending, and we had massive amounts of men that said, I'm not going there. Brian Grassi said, how can we donate on here? Brian, you watching on X. On X is my pinned post. On the screen is givesendgo.com/solutionary. Everybody that's watching on X, because y'all may not be able to see the comments on streaming there from YouTube. If you're on X, most of you are watching on X. If you're on X, donate at my pinned post. Givesendgo.com/solutionary. By pinned post, I mean the post that's pinned at the top of my page on X. Just scroll up to the top of my page. Okay? Delta Echo brought up a good point. Delta Echo said that dude is the reason why the actual racists are popping out the woodworks. See, and that's that pendulum. This is why I'm telling y'all, we got to maintain a principle and a standard. The standard don't give a fuck about your feelings. And that's how we train people in the gym, at the range. The standard is safety. The standard is the 4 basic rules of firearm safety as a beginner. I don't care if you can shoot. I don't care. I judge you by how proficient in your weapon handling and a safe manner is. I don't care about how well you can shoot yet, especially as a beginner, especially if you ain't talking shit about I'm such a great shooter. The standard for us is we don't fall victim to this type of shit. It is a pendulum. The devil loved that. The devil loved that. And our job is to not add to that pendulum on this way. So many of these influencers are falling for it. So many of them. FBI Director Kash Patel, the subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk, is now in custody. Thank you to the local and state authorities in Utah for your partnership with the FBI. Carlin says, this is not accurate. They just announced at the press conference the shooter is still at large and not in custody. Now that's Carlin. Again, to me, I don't trust none of this situation. None of it. We look at these things, we evaluate, we assess, we're objective in our nuanced breakdowns, but we also understand that things change moment to moment. Do not turn into these people, obviously. Need Corp says, no, racists popping out because that's what they do, especially when they see racists in prominent positions. I agree with that too. If you're a bigot, if you're biased, and I see the rhetoric, that's cool, that's what you is. But if you're a solutionary and you actually want to unify Americans, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Unbelievable moment on the House floor. Rep. Lauren Boebert. Y'all know her. Y'all know about Lauren Boebert. I got a picture of Lauren Boebert around there somewhere. Anyway, Rep. Lauren Boebert requests a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk. Democrats can be heard shouting no. Then Rep. Anna Paulina shouts back, y'all caused this. Let's play it.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
What did he say?
The House will be in order.
I want to be very clear to everybody. This is chaotic. This is America in a very bad spot. I do believe that there is room to turn this around, but we got to be super vigilant. super vigilant. If you say things that I dislike, I go, all right, cool. You get to say it. And I get to disassociate. Okay? I get to go, no, thank you. I don't believe that words are violence. Violence is violence, and I'm good at violence. I don't think that Charlie Kirk, for his words, deserved to get shot and murdered. I don't. And anybody that says that, I don't believe it. Dual Sticks Gaming says nations are built on words. Nations are built on words, hard work, and violence. Anybody that tells you anything else, they cap it. They cap it. But as a society of people that are attempting to be civilized, if you want me to say, Cody with the $25 chat, we need 89 more, $29 donation, 25, excuse me. We need 89 more, $2,500 for, and listen, ladies, I get it. Everybody shooting me DMs. Donating, right? Ladies, if you on X, if you want this class, there are men that are paying for it for free. Okay? I don't want y'all to get caught up in that. Just shoot me a DM. It's going to be private. Okay? I don't think that America is done. I don't think that America is in the worst spot ever. I think that you get to have free speech. I get to say shit. I think Charlie Kirk was utilizing rhetoric that generates that weak-minded, low testosterone, low IQ troglodytes respond to. I get called, man, listen. You know how many times I get called nigga on social media? I could fight. They know I carry a gun. You know where they don't call me a nigga? In real life. I show up at the event. Yo, it's me. What's up? Hey, snap. Anybody that's ever seen me come to an event knows that I show up. A lot of times by myself. Maybe one or two. But I be out other than the people that's working the event, right? I don't care about this shit. We turned it into fundraising fuel. They get to say whatever they want to say. See, I accept and understand the concept of freedom 1,000%. That's a free speech. You get to say it. I get to go, that dude's a clown. I get to go, he's repeating. I don't even think some of those dudes believe it. They just saying it because they know their base will follow along with it. They're going to follow right along with it. And when they follow right along with it, I go, yeah, that's their bread and butter. I still don't I don't give them a certain level of respect. I go, yeah, they clown. They on clown shit. But I still respect it. And anybody that can't have that level of nuance ain't probably going to be your tribe. They're not going to be a solutionary. Okay? And we got a gang. Let's just go through. Let's speed through some of this. Again, guys, givesendgo.com/solutionary. We need 89 more folks to donate $25. Those donations, let's get it all in this one episode. That $2,500 is going to go to all of the women that want to get free classes. Let's hit play.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right. And goodness knows the wicked's lives are lonely.
We allowed this. If these young people, now again, let me be very clear. I believe that some of these people just thought, okay, Biggie said this about Tupac. He was like, yeah, he always getting shot or shot at. I thought he was going to pull through this, make a few records and move on. So I think that a lot of these people have the perspective of he got shot, it's not that serious because they never seen no real live violence. I believe that these people just thought he going to get shot, he'll pull through, da-da-da-da. They fucking stupid young people. So I want to be clear about that. But these young people are stupid because we allowed them to be stupid. I can guarantee you that most of these young people are not in a civics class. They don't shoot. They not in the gym. That one girl, she was definitely a high-calorie young lady. High calorie.
I'm not saying she...
High calorie. Leftist. Life is all great for them. Very little hard work, very little understanding of purpose, very little understanding and respect for the Constitution. This does not turn you into a bigoted, rhetoric-spewing, extreme right-winger. It doesn't. If the parents are teaching these young people this properly, they turn into solutionaries. They understand the importance of hard work, My man Bobby said his daughter just did some great civic stuff, and I won't go too far into it because, you know, it was in a private group. But I saw it, and I'm like, damn, I got happy. If the parent, Bobby's daughter, has taken our civics, I think the civics class, or maybe understanding imminent threat, or maybe all of them, who knows? The young people have to be presented the right way. Before we start just saying these young people are crazy, have we done enough to inform, reach out to, and structure the minds of these young people? Have we? Or are we just the people that's like, they're a lost cause? Like all of the people, a lot of the people on the right told me, don't do BGM in leftist cities. It's a lost cause. They got this way via media. They got this way via programming. They got this way by massive levels of ignorance. When I keep telling y'all, get your children involved. Every donor over $100, you're going to get lifetime access to Solutionary University. We got a Bitcoin class coming. We got Stop the Bleed, which is going to be available November the 1st. We got to do a limited one for that. That class alone is going to be $75. If you're a member, you get access to it. My point in saying this is, I'm not just saying this because I want to tell y'all how smart I am. I'm saying this to y'all because the seriousness of it, this is not like a joke. We are society. We have allowed this to fester. We keep just swinging the pendulum back and forward. Stop. Don't slam on the brakes. Just let off the gas. You do not know who the shooter is. You do not know their ideology. You have no information really as of yet. Do not, I posted this, I tweeted it. Do not open your mouth to start going Twitter fingers talking about they and war and civil war. First of all, even a lot of you people on the right that's saying that never been in no real live action. Stop it. You never been in no real shit. Get information first. You don't know who they are. The media and the FBI, the same Kash Patel that said there's no Epstein list after he went on a tirade saying we need to solve this. He just said, oh, we got the shooter in custody. I don't fucking fully believe that. I don't believe official narratives. Let's wait a while. Let's let off the gas. Let's not pump the brakes just yet. We got to pay attention. Every single pundit needs to be focused on, yo, how can I 100% find out as much information? I'm going to give y'all some, this is homework for everybody. If you got social media, do a little bit of due diligence. Let's find out some people that are going like, yeah, this might have been this. Wendy just gave $50. Appreciate you, Wendy. Somebody just bought some shirts as well. Y'all can support it, blackgunsmatter.shop. This is what I want us all to do. So Wendy gave $50. So now we down to 87. 87 folks at the $100 level. It's 1,200 of y'all. If you're watching on X, it's the pinned post. It's the pinned post. Look at this goofball. Look at this goofball right here. Joshua Blevins. Look at this goofball. Let's make fun of him in the chat, YouTube. I got it on the screen. Let's make fun of him. Joshua says, oh no, did he delete it? No, it's still there. Okay. Fuck you, dumbass. We all know who's responsible for Charlie Kirk's death, and it definitely isn't somebody on the right. You're a clown. Here's the reality. You don't know who it is. You don't. None of us do. We can have assumptions. We can make logical guesses, and they may turn out to be right. We can evaluate the situation and go, I don't think it's somebody on the right. But you don't know. See, that's the problem. Everybody talks like they know some shit that they don't know. Know means factually proven. You don't know. Twice, Utah law enforcement said, we got him. We got the suspect in custody. Twice, they had to retract the statement. Then the FBI, Kash Patel, says, we got him. You don't know. And that's the problem. You keep saying what you know, and everybody's saying what they know, like everybody knew that, oh, them people on the train and Kirk, and others participated in this rhetoric. They said that black dude that killed that young lady from Ukraine, those other black people, they hated her too, and nobody came to help her. They said that like they knew, and they were wrong. And I have the video up on my social media proving that they were wrong. White people, black people, everything in between tried to help that young lady as she unfortunately bled to death. But we said stuff like we knew. And you don't know. Or you knew and you selectively omitted, which I believe some of them did, selectively omitted some of the content to fit your race-baiting, bigoted narrative. You don't fucking know. You don't know. I know what my name is. I don't believe or think or guess what my name is. You believe it could be somebody on the right. Chris just donated $50. We need 81 more now, y'all. Matter of fact, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's been over an hour, but let's keep going. I'll go a little bit longer tonight. We need 81 donors at the $25 level. If you on X, if you're wondering where you can support, the pinned post. What your money? We're raising $2,500 to get any women that want to take the Understanding Imminent Threat course. If you're a man and if you fucked up, shoot me a DM too. Okay? Activated Carbon says, hold up, let me see. That left versus right paradigm is a government psyop. It is. We arguing about left versus right with no facts of who actually did it. We have the beauty of the internet and phones where we can piece together things. We can look at things. We can learn. But assessing, you form a hypothesis. That's not a conclusion. You got to go through the scientific method to get to the conclusion. Okay? That's what we actually do. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, guys. Allegedly. But I know it was, no, you don't. In the Solutionary 9, we say to each other, did you do the Solutionary 9 today? One of the first things that we say to ourselves when we wake up is, am I going to be a solutionary or a sucker today? If you wake up and hit the snooze button when you said you was going to get up at the time that you said you was going to get up, you're starting the day as a sucker. But I need you to own that. I need you to say almost some sucker shit. Let's not pretend like you was on some solutionary shit if you didn't go through the whole 9. If your first thing is I woke up and hit the snooze button knowing that I'm part of the Solutionary 9 is waking up at a specific time, and you choosing to be a sucker, just say that. Don't pretend. So what we say in the Solutionary University and with people that are, tapping into the Solutionary 9 to improve, did you do the Solutionary 9 today or did you not? Oh, I think I did. No. See, the feelings have nothing to do with the fucking standard. And if we start making the standard respect for life, truth, knowledge, facts, we don't have people jumping out there going, I know who it is. And if I go, okay, tell me his name. What kind of gun did he shoot him with? Where did he go? Where are you pulling this from? Do you fucking know? No, you don't. It's cat. Chill. That's the reason why the pendulum keep doing what it's doing. Everybody rushing out there in their feelings. Ironically, when we do it on the right, we also quote Ben Shapiro's phrasing, facts don't care about your feelings. And why are you in your feelings? Don't get mad at me that I say I'm not going to be saying fake shit about Charlie Kirk because he's dead now. I knew he was dead as soon as I saw him in my head. I didn't say it. I was like, ugh. I said the opposite. I said, that, matter of fact, Trip hit me up. I was like, he gone, in my opinion. When I seen the shot, I said, oh no, he gone. Unless they got some liters of blood right next to him, and they can start transfuting the blood into him, and they got something to, man, he gone. But I didn't say, I know he's gone. That's my opinion. That's not a fact. When I made the content, I said, hey, it looks bad. There's word out of here. Hopefully that's wrong. Magic and miracles do happen. Prayer and faith move mountains. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit works sometimes. Sometimes it don't. Okay? I'm not in control of that. But we get to say, I don't know, but I hope. And I get to make a logical assessment. If somebody looks crazy and scary as shit, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I never seen them before, I'm gonna make a logical assessment to cross the fucking street. That's it. It's not racist. It's not mean. Here's our homework, guys. I want everybody to donate $25. I want every woman that's in here to shoot me a DM, ladies. Don't let your pride be there. Don't let your pride be there. We can't see these types of things, have answers for them. We could collectively practice cooperative economics, society shit, philanthropy shit, help individuals to support a movement and not do it. But we want to complain about what happened when we have things that could actually help society. I've committed my life to this shit for damn near 10 years. I'm going to ask everybody, there's 1,200 of you watching. 1,200. Just imagine if 1,200 people donated $100. Come on, y'all. Why am I saying this so much? Because even if we go over the amount that we got to make some free classes available to all of the women that hit me up. Yes, I'm pinching some of this money out of our building fund. Okay, cool. Mad Boy says I could do 100 if I could, bro. Listen, if you could, just give what you can. Everybody give what they can. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Support the work. Give $10. Give $15. Give whatever. Give whatever. If 1,200 people gave $10, we back to math again. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not being mean to anybody. I'm not saying your support isn't, $10 ain't enough. I'm not saying that. I'm not on that. But I'm just saying 25 is a good number to chunk. If it's 100, y'all guys get access to that. Saying that all to say, y'all, I want to say this. Listen, obviously I want everybody to support the work. But here's the homework assignments outside of that. Every single one of us on the right, I'm a libertarian. I identify as right of the political aisle, okay? We should be making sure that our pundits are being balanced and not just rushing to this emotional, yeah, we're going to get them. You don't know who it is yet. Try to caution everybody to let off the gas. That's one. Mad Boy says I'm currently homeless in Michigan. Mad Boy, I'm not even bullshitting you, bro. My email is maj2ray@solutionaryuniversity.org. I will help you find some help in Michigan. That ain't just going to come across my screen and I'm going to act like I'm not going to say nothing about it. Wherever you at watching this on YouTube, that means you got access to the internet. If you got access to the internet, shoot me a fucking DM. Shoot me an email. My email is maj2ray@solutionaryuniversity.org. Shoot me an email. If I got to help you find somebody in Detroit that could give a gig and or help out for a little bit, we're going to figure that shit out. That don't come across my fucking desk and I don't try to do something. That's not who we are as a society of solutionaries. That's not who we are. So if you're serious and if you're not just, whatever. He said, I got that place kinda. All right, cool, whatever. Need a little bit of help? Cool. No ego involved for me. I'm going to send you a link to sell the merch. I'm going to promote it. Make some commissions off it. Won't cost you no money because you got a phone or you got some sort of Wi-Fi at a computer. I'll help. A camper at my buddy's place, that's fine. Cool, still send me the email. For the next, all this weekend, everybody going to help. You're going to come up with a link to sell the merch. Everybody going to help promote the merch with your link. Let's see if we can get you an extra quick couple of $1,000s. If somebody want to donate to help the brother, now brother, please don't lie. I'm not saying you are. I got to be careful with my platform. Okay. But we're going to help you with the merch. We're going to help you generate resources. We're going to help you. All right. Shoot me an email. Okay. Or whatever other thing. Guys, this is the type of society we have to create. We have to help each other. We have to train each other. So when I'm saying, hey, now there's 1,300 people watching. If you're watching this on X, and most of y'all are watching on X, okay? If you're watching on YouTube, my email is maj2ray@solutionaryuniversity.org. That's me. It's not a bot. Somebody want to email me right now? My phone right here. Okay? If 1,300 of us, most of you are watching, that's my email right here. It's in the chat and it's on the screen. Maj2ray@solutionaryuniversity.org. Everybody can email me. 1,300 people. Most of you are watching from X. The pinned post. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary is where you can support. Imagine if 1,300 people gave $100. If you can, give what you can. We're trying to fundraise $2,500 this show tonight. Every woman, you now have my email, Maj2ray@Solutionary University. Somebody just gave 25. John just gave 25. Sharice just gave 25. Now we down to what I said, 81, 84, something like that. I think 84. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. If you're watching on X, it's my pinned post. You might not be able to see it in the chat because you're not on YouTube. Okay? It's my pinned post. Give what you can. One of y'all could probably give 2,500. I don't care. We just want to hit this number. And ladies, you got my email and you could DM me as well. I want you ladies to take this fucking course, man. I want everybody that donates on the $100 level. I want you to be in position behind the paywall at Solutionary University. So when that Stop the Bleed class pop up, you already locked in. Everybody that donates at the $100 level or more, you're going to get an email from me. It's going to tie you all the way into Solutionary University, the meal plans, the macros, the workout routines, the shooting drills, the private community, the Telegram group. That's not private. That's private. It's not public to everybody anymore. Okay? All of the classes, all of the curriculums, all of those things come to you for every donor at the $100 level. Let's get 25 people out of 1,300 on X or whatever. If 25 people give 100, that's the $2,500. Okay? Here's the other homework assignment, y'all. Know your neighbors. I never met Mad Boy before a day in my life. I don't know Mad Boy. He happened to show up in my show. He happened to say something that I'm like, damn, for real? I know how RV life is. I got an RV. I know that shit, if you ain't got my RV, my shit a $200,000 joint. Okay? When it was new. I'll say it that way. My point in saying this is, if you ain't got a amazing RV, camper life might not be the best shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it got to be comfortable. We all got to grind. We all in our grind. We do what we do. But if we can help each other, we help each other. You know your neighbors. Learn your neighbors, y'all. Have a certain level of respect for humanity and maintain your standard of solutionary way. Don't just be caught in this weird media ran frenzy. We're watching the outcome of the media pitting different types of Americans against other types of Americans. Charlie Kirk's murder, assassination is an example of it. We're watching it. We're seeing it in real time. We're seeing the person that tried to shoot Trump, who we still don't know nothing about. We're seeing the outcomes of this rhetoric. Words are powerful. I'm not saying that they should cause violence, but they do. And historically, they do. We are not at a time in society. Man, listen, if you follow the Bible, Cain killed his brother and he ain't even say shit to him. Cain was the original hater based on the Bible. So if we go and understand that, we understand that we have to make sure that we have to create the type of society that we want by building ourselves and then building the people around us. That's what Solutionary University is about. I don't want y'all to just tap in because we got 1,300 views. Truth be told, this is the largest stream that I've done. I want us to turn this into power for our communities. I want everybody to donate at the $25 level or $100 level. Help. It's us. Oh, the government. Those are humans. And unless you believe that it's the lizard people that are all connected by birth and relationship and blood and family, unless you believe that, we put them people there in a representative government, which we have still, we do. We got to help each other. Know your neighbors. Watch each other's back. Help each other. Shit. Start repealing gun-free zones. This murder today happened in a gun-free zone. We got to get involved, y'all. We got to train, y'all. We got to defend and help the most vulnerable of us, or some people that's just a little down on their luck. We got to help each other, y'all. That's the society that we have to create. We cannot rely on anybody else to do it. It has to be us. So I'm going to keep bothering y'all. I'm going to keep, challenging y'all to be objective, to put your feelings down for a minute. You could identify something without having a reverse racism reaction to it. I'm going to keep challenging us to be better. I need us to, and we can do it. We can. Anyway, guys, let's wrap up there. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. If you're watching on X, don't wait till later. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do it later. Just do it now. If you're watching on X, it's my pinned post right up there. Just scroll up, donate $25. I think we need, I said 84. I'm going to keep going and talking and engaging y'all until midnight on social media. Shoot me DMs, emails. I'm going to keep going. I got to wake up at 3:30, but I'm going to keep going. I'm committing to doing this. I don't want to talk y'all ear off. I know y'all got stuff going on. Y'all got to prepare for the night, prepare for tomorrow. Okay? We went over a little longer today, but I'm going to keep engaging. Ladies, hit me up. Dudes, hit me up. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me an email. But I want everybody watching this, hit the pin post. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. We need 84 more people to donate $25. We can do this. We have to be objective. We have to pump off that gas for a little bit. Let's let cooler heads prevail. Let's send our love and prayers to Charlie Kirk or whoever else's family. But more so than the love and prayers of all of that, let's make sure we're doing things to make sure that people are in alignment with the type of society that we want. Let's support the things, people, organizations, grassroots folks, small businesses that are in alignment with our value systems. We can do that. If we all individually do that, that good virus spreads. And that's how we change the collective society. Okay? It's important, guys. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Make sure you guys all supporting. Hit the link. Don't wait. Do it now. As well as if you're watching on X or any other platform, just quote post the space. Quote post the live. Help out a bit. Thank you all for tapping in. I will see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be engaging you all on my email and the DMs from now until midnight. I'll see you all tomorrow. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Be safe. Be solution. Oh, hold up. Raymond. Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate you, bro. Just got another one. We now need 83 more $25 donors. Thanks again, guys. Be safe. Be solutionary.